Hey y'all, and welcome to DTF. I'm Ebony,
And I'm Avion.
and I know what y'all was thinking, but this is Ditch the Facade.
It's kind of what y'all was thinking though. We finally bought these mics and we are recording.
Yes, I'm so excited. I mean, we've been talking about this podcast for what, like 2 years?
I mean, if we're being real, it's been about 3. We've tried a few times, but we always end up going to get brunch or something instead.
Well, today we have finally ditched the facade,
And we ditched them excuses.
and now we're here.
Period.
Proud of us.
I really am proud of us.
Well, let's start with a little check-in, I guess. AV, how are you doing today?
Today, I feel really calm, finding the gratitude in a lot of things. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really excited. Glad to come and visit you.
And I appreciate it. I really do.
But I'm just glad to be together. That always makes me feel better and enjoy my day. But I'm really excited that we're doing this for ourselves.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to dive into it.
Well, let's dive.
So today's episode, we're really going to be discussing how we even got here. We finally doing the damn thing. And it seems like the facade that we're ditching today is waiting for the perfect time. Does it come? Is it inevitable? Let's, figure that out. So we're overcoming our procrastination and perfectionism, and we're finally taking the lead. What do you think kept us from doing this sooner?
I think it was always the fear for me, and wanting it to be perfect. But it's never a perfect time to do anything. It's like when you have it on your mind, jump out there and get started. But also, if you try to perfect it, it ain't gonna be perfect. So take your time and figure out how you want to do it.
Yeah, I think that we weren't necessarily in the space that we thought we were when we first had the idea to bring DTF to life. I feel like we've both done a lot of growing emotionally, financially. We've been on these therapy journeys. And so I think that we're just in a different place. And I think that we're finally ready.
What we said before was marinating.
We were marinating.
Letting things marinate. 2 or 3 years later, we are here and we're ready.
What do you think finally made it click that there was no perfect time?
Probably some other aspects of my life. Sitting and trying to figure out when to do things instead of just doing them. You realize it holds you back from a lot of things. Sometimes you just gotta take that leap. For me with this, I think just you being here, honestly. Like you being here, time it because we didn't even plan to do this right now. So it's just like it's never a perfect time. You just get that feeling and you just know. I feel like you just know when it's time to do certain things.
No, because listen, the way we were sitting here watching a show about a podcast and was like, let's just do it. And I'm like, okay, ordered an Amazon like in 5 minutes and was just deciding to move forward. So there is no perfect time. I'm not sure about you, but I know for me, part of the reason that I even wanted to do this was because I just felt like we needed a safe space. We always have really good conversations on the phone or with other friends, and we always walk away feeling so much better. And we can't be friends with the whole world, but we could connect to everybody. And somebody out there is going to take heed to what we're saying in our situations and feel the strength to push on through what they're going through, or maybe find a new angle and solution to what they were going through. And that to me feels worth it.
Agreed. Well said. I just feel like you said, when we come together and we talk about some of this stuff, I used to always feel like, somebody else could have really benefited from this conversation. Um, like I value our friendship because in the spaces where I didn't feel like I could talk to anybody else about certain things, we talk and the clarity be there. Feels like we be healed after some of our conversations. So yeah, if somebody else could feel that and feel like they ain't got nobody else to talk to, know you're not alone, and we all going through the same thing in different fonts.
Exactly. I also think that when it comes to ditching the facade, it's like, what are we actually letting go of? Right. So I think every episode we're finding new things in our life that we need to probably let go. Holding up a mask becomes very tiring.
Exhausting.
For a lot of us, I think we wear masks in a lot of different ways in a lot of different parts of our life.
I think a lot of us don't even know that we're wearing a mask in certain parts. It's just what we've become accustomed to, whether it's for survival, to keep a job, just to stay put together for real. So it's just like, hopefully, this helps people realize some things that they are hiding behind.
Yes, the survival mode is real.
Mm.
I feel like the facade that I'm letting go right now is the I'm fine of it all. I'm learning how to say I'm tired. I don't think I can do this alone.
We on the same boat.
And letting go of I'm fine.
Yeah. I feel like right now the biggest facade I'm letting go of is feeling like I have it all together and letting that be the perception that people have of me. Like
The
I'm not,
strong black woman.
yeah, like listen, I don't want to be on God's list next year, I swear. I'm tired. But yeah, like just going through, my health issues and stuff right now, I just feel like it took a lot for me to reach out to my friends for the support. Like I know I have the biggest support system, but I like to be that strong friend that people lean on. Like it makes me feel good to know that my friends know that I got their back. But I have to learn to allow people to also show up for me the way I do for them. So the facade that I'm just right now is that I don't have it all together and I do need support.
We're here to support you, babe.
And I love you for that.
Listen, I have to be honest. I ended up coming out to see you because you called me and we talked about what was going on, and it was clear that I needed to be here. It's not because you asked me to or anything. And what really forced me to buy that plane ticket was the fact that earlier this year I didn't even call you. It was just things going on and somebody else called you and you hopped on a flight without question.
Pew.
And I was like, I really don't care what else is going on. I have to be there. It's reciprocal.
Oh my gosh, y'all get y'all a best friend like Ebony. No, because for real, when you sent me that flight confirmation, I was like, oh, okay. And then I was so excited. I'm just like, I hope that, because I was thinking to myself, I don't have nothing going on here. I ain't got nothing planned. But then it clicked in my head, she just coming to support you, bro. That's normal. So, accepting all of that. Even in our friendship, I'm just not used to having to put myself in a position to say, I need my friend right now. I need support right now. I'm just used to being that friend. So I appreciate you for even taking that initiative to come out and do all that for me. I
Of
love you, girl.
course. I love you too. I think also that takes me to the thought of how a lot of times we want people to see us in a state of perfection instead of allowing people to see us in the process.
Mm.
Like, I don't want you to see me in the hospital. I don't want you to see me sick. I don't want you to see me tired and not being able to get out of bed for 3 days. I don't want you to see me struggling to go make myself something to eat. I don't want you to see my dried out water cup from 3 days ago. I want you to see me saying, I beat this. I won the battle.
Yeah.
And having gone through so much myself this year with just my health physically, mentally, I get that. I was forced to let people into my process.
Yeah.
And having y'all show up for me the way that y'all did, I think even changed my perspective on the best ways to show up in that way.
That wanting to show up perfect instead of like letting somebody see your process is real though. Because I don't know, that really speaks to me. That's me. Like I don't want y'all to see me struggle. I'm not used to being, that. And I know a lot of people probably can resonate with that. Like we don't want you to see the process. We just want to show up and let you know I've earned it already. I did this. We could talk about the process after you see what I've earned from the process. But to let you see the ugly side of it, that's a lot for me. That's a lot. I don't never want nobody to see the struggle part. I be trying to show up as that strong black woman all the time. I'm not wanting to show my struggles, but I'm trying to ditch that. Listen, I ain't perfect. It takes time. I be tired. It's not easy. But at the end of the day, I still got it done. And I think that's the healthy way to go about it.
Absolutely. Do you think that your journey with therapy has changed how you see that process versus perfection at all?
I will say absolutely, but it probably wasn't until recently that I realized it. It's the whole thing about putting what you learn in therapy into play. Because it's one thing to sit and talk to your therapist about some stuff, but until you get into the situation where it's time for you to put those tools into action, you don't recognize it. So I can say absolutely now, because we've been talking about it for the past couple of days, and I see how I have put those new things I've learned in therapy into play. So absolutely.
Something that you said about therapy that really stuck with me is that therapy is kind of looking at yourself through a dirty mirror and learning how to like clean it up.
Mhm.
You can finally see like, woo, that mirror got some spots.
Listen, because we go throughout life not really seeing the part that I played in a lot of situations. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like you're able to always go and talk about the things that you've been through and what people put you through. But for me, I've learned what parts I played there, whether it was not speaking up about something and allowing something to continue, however that may go in your story. Accountability is hard. And when I talk about a dirty mirror, I'm talking about my accountability.
accountability. Word of the day, folks. I think that right now in my process versus perfection, it's funny because I live with a whole man for the first time in my life.
That's a good man, Savannah.
Shout out Bay. But I live with a whole man who sees the wholeness of my life. I cannot hide. I can't hide. There's someone else there pretty much all of the time.
Yeah.
And so, because I'm unable to hide, it forces me to find the confidence to be open in other spaces.
Mhm.
This person sees me at my lowest and still loves me. So, I have to trust that other people who love me will still show up and still accept me and still love me, even when I show the parts of myself that are not okay.
That's real. That gotta be liberating though, to at the end of seeing all that, to know that it's somebody there that sees you through your whole process and still chooses you every day. Like that has to be liberating. For me, I'm still figuring out how to allow people to see that. But I'm starting with my friends because y'all are my non-judgmental people who get to see me through the process and y'all still love me through it. So, I'm still figuring out, but I appreciate y'all in my journey.
Absolutely. And I know that as friends, we try to make sure that we celebrate each other's wins, but like, what's something for yourself that you're proud of this year?
My sense of stability, I feel like I prayed on that for the past few years. And not just like financial stability, but like mentally, emotionally, all of it all together. This year, I moved into my own apartment.
Whoop, whoop.
You know what I'm saying? And it was a move that I did for myself. I feel like I've ran from a lot of my past relationships. So me moving was always so abrupt. Like I'm packing what can fit in my car and I'm out of here. Like, forget you, nigga. But this move was like, it's time for me to change the scenery. I took the time and found something lovely that I love and a community that I love. And it just feels really good to know that I did this by myself for myself. And I did it in a place of peace. I didn't do it in like a place of panic and having to go
Mm.
find something new. So it feels good. And I'm proud that I found peace within myself finally.
Oh, I'm so proud of you too.
Thank you.
I don't know if there is one singular thing. I'm just really proud of myself for finally choosing to live in a way that betters my life as a whole. I feel like I've fallen off the wagon a couple times this year, but it's really been win after win. Definitely have done some big girl things for myself, clearing some debt, getting a new
Period.
car.
Period.
We did move into our new apartment. So it's just really nice to look at the year that I've had and see that even after the chaos, there is clarity and stability, like you said. So I'm really proud of that for us.
The girlies have been making moves this year. And like you said, gratitude is the big one because even though it was a trying year, we have accomplished some big shit. Like, I'm so proud of us.
It's like starting DTF.
Facts. I forgot to add that to the list. We hear y'all.
Yeah, I think though I'm still working on reshaping the vision of what I thought my life would be, how to navigate healthy relationship shit. This is the
Facts.
first relationship at 30. This is the first relationship I've been in for this amount of time and in this level of depth. Navigating a healthy relationship
Whew.
is not easy.
But
We'll
you're
talk
killing
about that later.
it.
But I'm just that's something I'm really working through in my personal life. Yeah,
Yeah.
just reshaping what I thought life would be.
Yeah, that's real. I feel like I'm still working through not necessarily setting my boundaries, but like reiterating my boundaries when the time comes, standing firm on my boundaries.
Standing on fitness.
Facts. Like that's not always easy. Like, and I don't let the people challenge me. Like, you heard me the first time. But I'm realizing like that's what a boundary is about. Like letting people know not to play with you. So I'm still working on that.
And not playing about yourself.
And that's the thing, because if you don't play about yourself, you ain't gonna let nobody play with you. But I'm working on it. And then, I'm still working through finding out what it is that I'm passionate about. We find these big girl jobs. We start making this money that we never made before. We get stuck. And I don't want to feel stagnant where I am, even though the money keeps going up. If you're not passionate one day, it's just not going to feel the same. So I'm still trying to figure out what I'm passionate about so I could, have some redirection in that and find out what I really want to be doing with the rest of my life. Yeah.
One thing I really appreciate about our relationship
What's that?
is that we are really good at holding each other accountable for things without judgment.
And what do we call that?
Malibu! I definitely have to low-key shout out Issa Rae for that one. If you've ever seen her show Insecure, her and her best friend, they have Malibu, which is their code word for, girl, I know I'm wrong, but I need you to listen to me and not judge me, because this is life. Life gets messy and you're along for the ride. You agreed to this for real. So here we go.
Facts. You in it. Where you going? Come on. Open your ears. Come here.
And so we've adopted Malibu into our lives. And I think it's a lot easier for us to hold each other accountable for everyday things like, girl, did you drink your water? Did you eat your breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get your work done? But when it comes to the mess that life can bring,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that sometimes we just have to go along for the plot.
Because boy, have I been sticking to the plot this year.
I just really appreciate the fact that we have the type of relationship that is really judgment free, and we use Malibu to eliminate the judgment through shock. It's not that I'm actually judging you. It's just that I'm so shocked. It might come off a little judgy.
Listen, because when I call, if I say Malibu at the beginning of the call, for me, what that signals to you is I'm about to tell you something. And I know it's probably wrong, and I don't want you to talk me out of it, but I want to talk to you about this. So later on, when I'm ready to talk about it, I don't have to fill you in from the beginning. So listen in.
Yeah, it's the release of also judging myself.
Facts.
Malibu is how you hold your friends accountable without being too judgy. And I'm glad that we have that.
And so listen, I think you should adopt you a Malibu moment with your friends too, whoever you feel like you use to hold yourself accountable, because they work.
Yeah, find somebody you can take to Malibu in your life expeditiously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel a little better. I feel a little lighter after all of this.
Yeah, right. And I hope whoever's listening feels lighter too. It's okay not to have it all together. It's okay to look back and figure out what it is you're still working through and all that good stuff. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Just take your time throughout life. It keeps going.
Yes. I'm excited that we're taking this step for ourselves, because I do think that it will be very healing for us. I think that we're going to really connect to some people and bring light to some things that a lot of us are just dealing with as people in our 30s, especially young Black women. I hope that we find some little sisters in this who will listen and have some foresight on what's to come and help them decide how they're going to face those challenges.
Definitely. I'm really hoping that this feels like therapy to somebody. Therapy is scary. It took me a long time to get into it. I remember when I first said I was gonna finally get a therapist, I reached out to my friends like, can y'all just find me somebody, because I need to talk to somebody. And that was a big step for me. And for the people who's not ready for that, hopefully this touches you and it maybe gives you that push to do that. Or even if just listening to us and relating to that does something for you. I think it's gonna touch a lot of people, because it's even gonna heal us in certain parts. Like I said, we was having a conversation about something earlier, the hippo thing. And that helped me realize some things. So it's just like I think this is gonna be good for a lot of people and not just us.
Absolutely. I feel like as we take off these masks and we get through these layers and we ditch these facades that we've held onto for so long, I think we also have to do some manifestation, some reclaiming. I think this week I'm reclaiming the version of me that doesn't need permission for things like this podcast that are an exposure to who I really am and what being Ebony really looks like. I stayed away from it for so long because I was afraid and I needed permission to say certain things. I needed permission to behave a certain way. I am shaking that. I am reclaiming that I don't need permission. Me giving me a yes is enough.
Period. I am in the space where I am reclaiming my voice. I feel like I just been in spaces where I didn't feel like my voice was heard, so I would just keep quiet. I didn't know how to express myself because I feel like I've been in spaces where it just like it didn't feel safe to speak. I'm gonna speak up for myself, even if my voice is trembling when I'm talking. I got something to say. So that's what I'm reclaiming for this one.
Snap, 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 snap,
Can
snap.
y'all hear the finger snaps?
Yes, I love that for us. So we've definitely covered some things here. I know that we could probably go on a little longer, but luckily we have a whole season coming of our new podcast, and I'm really excited to share it. I hope that people are listening to the message of what we have to say. I hope that you guys can connect with what we're trying to say. So, whether you're ditching the strong facade, the perfect facade, or the I got it all together facade,
Just ditch it, baby. You are safe here.
thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening to our first ever episode of DTF.
Woo!
Everybody take care. Take that mask off. Relax a bit.
Relax, babe.
Body to body, baby, let's get down to business.